Hi, and welcome to Diversity and Inclusion Strategies to Counteract Unconscious Bias. My name is Leyla McMullen, and I am a business immigration attorney for the Midavani Corporate Immigration Law Firm. I also do corporate trainings through Corporate Immigration Compliance Institute, and I am here with my co-presenter, Ted McKnight, and I'll let him introduce himself.
Good morning. Again, my name is Ted McKnight, and I am a vice president of employee benefits for a firm in Kansas City called CICI Benefits and Insurance Services. I am also a former running back in the NFL, coming here from California with the Raiders, playing the bulk of my career with the Kansas City Chiefs, and then finishing up going to Buffalo, New York, but then coming back to Kansas City. I'm also on the Barstow School Diversity Task Force here locally, and I'm part of a group called the Kansas City Chiefs Ambassadors, who do a great deal of work within the Kansas City community.
Thank you, Ted, and I am so excited that you're joining in this presentation. Ted and I recently completed a diversity and inclusion certificate program through Cornell University. So we have incorporated a lot of these things that we learned in Cornell in our presentation. So Ted, why don't you tell us a little bit about why diversity initiatives fail? We hear a lot about companies putting in diversity initiatives in place, but why do these fail?
Well, and I'll equate it to kind of a football mentality. If you're running a game plan and you don't get everyone buying into it, especially the leadership, then it doesn't have much of an opportunity of succeeding. So in order to be able to look at what's going on from the standpoint of diversity initiatives, everyone has to buy in.
We learned in Cornell, I know that a lot of the reason we have these implicit biases, it has to do with our brains. So how our brains are exposed to about 11 million pieces of information, I believe, at a time, but we can't possibly process that information. So how much can we process?
Yeah, and that's a great point. We get all of this information on a daily basis. Matter of fact, we get this information minute by minute. And with all of these millions and millions of pieces of information, the brain filters them down to this number, 0.00001%. Well, I think right now, obviously, these are not necessarily the absolute order of how these things happen, but let's look at stereotyping. That becomes really one of the first points that people will do, and the fact, again, that the brain will automatically, when you see an individual, be they black, white, male, female, handicap, whatever the case might be, the brain will automatically grab all of the stereotypical things that have been related to that particular individual and will push those things into that stereotype. And so what we have automatically done is we've already handicapped ourselves because we've already categorized people in a particular stereotype.
Having biases does not make us bad people. It's a normal thing that everybody has. So we are at the end of our presentation, and we thank you so much for paying attention. Ted, any final last words?
No, Leyla, thank you. I appreciate having the opportunity of sharing my opinions, point of view. I think that this has been a great start, and I do hope we get a chance to do it again.